Welcome back to the channel, man. Now look, if you are a Heat fan or just an NBA fan in general, man, like this is the channel for you where we talk everything NBA, NBA news, get predictions, it's everything NBA, man. So don't be afraid, man, to hit that like button, man. Hit the like button so it can get out to other NBA fans just like you, and hit the subscribe button, man, so you won't miss any of my videos. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when these type videos come out. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So, out of Miami Heat frauds. Out of Miami Heat frauds. Now look. Now, Miami season has been really good. They, first in the Eastern Conference. Everybody knows about the Heat culture. I talked about this in one of my previous other videos pertaining to the Heat. That's kind of before this lose. Of course, it's after this, slide that they have been on, this 3-game losing streak that I think they on now. But nonetheless, I pretty much already said everything pertaining to the Heat and their culture. They are, a hard-nosed playing team, and they, are a good team, as it shows by the standards. They first in the Eastern Conference. But now it's getting to the point where regular season is not what I'm looking at. Now I'm looking at going forward into the playoffs. And what's the ceiling for the Miami Heat? Now the makeup of this team is full of scrappy guys who play hard. But with all that said, watching the Heat, especially that game that they played, that recent game, made me wonder: is Jimmy Butler the guy? Jimmy Butler is a good player, but is he enough of that star player that gets you over the hump? Consistently. Because I think that last game, he didn't really, he played high, he didn't really play too well, whatever. I don't think he didn't really take that many shots. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that last game. And going into the playoffs, well, actually now, you want to be kind of playing your best brand of basketball, and the Heat on the 3-game losing streak. Everybody always remember that whole kerfuffle when they was on the bench and that whole argument, and now they done lost, they on 3-game losing streak. It's make you wonder, is the wheels falling off or something, honestly at the wrong time. But, I just have a question mark with that. Is Jimmy the guy, that can win his team a championship? Because this team has proven that they can get to the finals or whatever, but now this year with the East being so good, it's making me question, the Heat ceiling, and if they are frauds or not, are they really that number one seed, that team that the record, is showing? That's something, to have in mind with this team. And let's be real, man. The East, you're going to run into 3 teams who have a better go-to guy, or even 2 of them. Look at the Milwaukee's with Giannis and Chris Middleton. Look at Philly with James Harden and Joel Embiid. I know I'm missing teams, but if you look at all the teams, below the Heat, majority of them have go-to guys. And the scary part for Miami is, say you get that first seed and you play Brooklyn, you don't want that. Because now you got to deal with KD and Kyrie. You don't want that. So here, you got a potential to lose in the first round. That's how just deep and good the East is. And not to mention Boston, if you went to Boston with the likes of Tatum and Brown. So every playoff series that it seems like the Heat gonna be in, they honestly won't even have the 2 best guys in all the rounds, first, second, third, going on. So So that's kind of concerning, I feel like if you're a Heat fan, that kind of got to be concerning. Like, you love Butler, you love Hero, but are those guys better than Middleton, Giannis, Joel, and James, or Tatum and Brown? Like, I don't think so. Like, and then too, also too, come playoff time, can you count on guys like Strus and Gabe Vincent and so on, guys like that? And and I know those guys have played well in spurts, and I know there's a lot of games they have where it's like, oh my God, these guys are amazing, but come playoff time, when things get close and teams know your every move, can you really depend on those guys to give you production, how they have been doing over the course of the season? That's kind of up in the air too. It's a lot of question marks with this team, man. That me personally, and also too, can Bam be consistent? We've seen a lot of times where Bam kind of disappear, and we've seen games where he looks like dominant, like he looks like amazing. Then there's games where it's like, Bam, man, what's going on? You just disappear. Like, so, and then too, my other question for this team is, Heat fans might kill me for this, but I don't know. If you are supposed to, maybe it's time to make Tyler Hero the go-to option, or like on offense. like maybe it's time for Butler to play that second fiddle. Like, I don't know. Like is it time to make Tyler Hero that go-to option? Like, I feel like that's kind of a good question. Not saying that it's not saying Butler's a bad player, but Butler is kind of he has a lot of hits, and he gets a lot of misses. Like, so is Tyler Hero the number one guy really on this team? So. It's a lot of questions concerning the Heat, but one thing I would never question with the Heat is their culture and their foundation that has been laid out for years now. So that's nothing I'm never questioning about the Heat. Their foundation and all that is always up to par. They play a certain way, that's always up to par. But I just have questions into when you get into the playoffs. Is it sustainable when you constantly going against each round good teams? That's my only thing. So it's something you have to wonder if you're a Heat fan. As far as what is the ceiling for this team. But let me know your thoughts in the comments on what you feel like the ceiling for this team is going to the playoffs. And like I said in the beginning, man, leave a like. It really helps the channel get out to other NBA fans. Other NBA fans where they can come in and argue with us on certain topics. And subscribe to the channel if you just love NBA content in general, man. But that's pretty much it for me. Yeah.